Okay, so this is my oxygen generator. I made using some water with baking soda in it, and my 1 amp my 5 volt to 1 amp power supply. So it's very basic. First it goes from the 120 volt AC through the USB power adapter that outputs 5.2 volts at around. Actually, wait, this is 2.5 amp current limit at 5.2 volts. Anyway, so its current limit is 2.5 amps, and it outputs here. And the reason why there's this capacitor here is why there is this flash capacitor here is because it makes it so that I can get a little higher current with it, but just a little higher. There's the sparks. Also makes better spark. It also makes actual sparks. More sparks when I short it. So if you want to make oxygen instead of chlorine, then you have to put baking soda or something else in the water instead of salt. So then it will work properly.
So what's the process that happens in there when you add electricity to water with
It's called electrolysis. Also, the water might get a little might get its color a little different because putting electricity in water with like using the electrolysis process. That actually messes with the chemistry. It breaks down the chemicals of the water into both hydrogen and oxygen.
And what about the baking soda?
The baking soda, with salt instead of baking soda, then it would be, of course, hydrogen and chlorine. While the baking soda, it has different chemicals, but somehow the process really only actually breaks down the water, while if you're using salt, then it breaks down the water and the chlorine of the salt, and not any of the oxygen from it.
Mm-hmm.